Be sure to subscribe to my channel by clicking the yellow annotation above. JM Productions Tech is currently hiring employees to join JM Productions Tech. So if you want to join JM Productions Tech, contact me at jmproductions.com@gmail.com. Hello YouTube, I'm Josh from Best Tech Reviews and JM Productions Tech. Today I'm going to be reviewing the white polycarbonate Unibody Macbook from 2010. This MacBook has a lot of great reviews, especially due to the hard drive being 250 gigabytes. That's a lot of space. This particular MacBook is the cheapest Mac in the Apple Store, so if you're on a budget, the MacBook is a great product for you. With its NVIDIA graphics long-lasting 7-hour battery, 13.3-inch glossy LED backlit widescreen display, glass multi-touch trackpad, and durable enclosure, I think the MacBook looks great, and let's start the review. Let's start off with the dimensions and the display. The MacBook is a great product with some cool tech specs. The height is 1.08 inches or 2.74 centimeters, which is a bit bigger than the MacBook Pro. The width is 13 inches or 33.03 centimeters. The depth is 9.12 inches or 23.17 centimeters, and the weight is 4.7 pounds or 2.13 kilograms. Next, let's talk about the ports on the left side of the MacBook. The MacBook has a total of 6 ports, and each of them has its own unique and interesting properties to the MacBook. The first port is the MagSafe port. The MagSafe port is where you put the charging unit connected to an AC adapter in the wall. The next port is a Gigabit Ethernet port. This port is for people who don't have or can't afford Wi-Fi, which is wireless fidelity. A blue cable or any color Ethernet cable goes into this port and gives the computer internet connection. The next port is a mini display out port. This port is for external displays, such as televisions or secondary monitors that are connected by VGA or DVI. The next 2 ports are two 2.0 USB ports. These ports are primarily for USB-connected devices like chargers, mice, and flash drives. The next port is the audio in/out port. This is where you put speakers, headphones, or microphones into the computer. You can change these settings for this in the system preferences. The last port is a Kensington LockSafe port. This is a port if you want to lock your computer so no one can open it. Now, let's move on to the keyboard. When you open up the MacBook, you see a really nice, sleek-looking chiclet keyboard that has a nice finishing touch to when you type. Unfortunately, unlike the MacBook Pro, it doesn't have backlit lights under the keyboard, but still, the keyboard is nice to type with and has a great feel. This QWERTY keyboard has already some function keys with different actions, such as F1 and F2 are brightness keys, and F4 is dashboard. You can change these settings in the System Preferences app in the Mac applications. Now, let's move on to the display. The MacBook has a really nice looking display on the screen. This 13.3-inch LED backlit display screen is not only great in the sunlight, but due to its backlit feature, it is also great for using your computer at night. At the top of the display, there is a 0.3 megapixel iSight camera for video conferencing, such as iChat and Google Video Chat. This MacBook has a maximum pixel resolution of 1280 by 800 pixels, but for the best screen quality, use 1280 by 800 pixels with a 16.9 aspect ratio. So now let's move on to the finale. Thanks for watching today's episode of JM Productions Tech and Best Tech Reviews. Be sure to leave a comment to answer this question, MacBook Pro or MacBook? Also, you can answer this question on Facebook or Twitter. Also, we would love it if you subscribe to both JM Productions Tech and Best Tech Reviews for the best updates and reviews and awesome giveaways. Follow me on Twitter at JM Productions 1, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.